Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Today, I am here with a dream. Thank you for joining me for March Madness. I will be glorifying God all March long. Okay. Um, I'm gonna start this one off by saying this is not what I'm dealing with. Okay, I just have to say that because you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this is not what I am currently dealing with in my life. I have dealt with this before, but not currently. Okay, so in this dream, my spouse's family was not welcoming to me. However, I decided to just be myself instead of going out of my way for their approval. Okay. And I'm going to say it again. This is not what I'm going through right now, but I have dealt with this before. I have been through this before in my life. The scripture God sent me to comes from 1 Corinthians 16 and 13. Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, and act like men. In a word, be strong. Do everything with love. You know that the household of the Stephanus is the first fruits of Achaia, and is devoted to the service of the saints. I urge you to serve under such men and under everyone who operates and toils with them. I was very happy at the arrival of Stephanus, Fortunatus, and Archias, because they made up for your absence. They have refreshed my spirit as they did yours. You should recognize the worth of such men. The churches of Asia send you greetings. Aquila and Prisca, together with the assembly that meets in your house, in their house, send you cordial greetings in the Lord. All the brothers greet you. Greet one another with a holy kiss. It is I, Paul, who sends you this greeting in my own hand. If anyone does not love the Lord, let a curse be upon him. O Lord, come. The favor of the Lord be with you. My love to all of you in Christ Jesus. Oh, that was sweet. I think that that's supposed to be the ending of his letter. Okay, anyways. I feel like God is saying, for somebody, it can be very difficult if you are in a relationship, especially if you're like in a serious relationship with someone and their family doesn't like you. It can be kind of hard. It could be kind of frustrating because you love the person that you're with, but you can't deal, it can be very hard. Okay, because I had to deal with is people being very mean and vindictive to me. I was constantly being criticized for the way that I dressed, the way I did my hair, the way I did my nails, the way that I planted in the garden, the way that and I was just, in actuality, I was going all out. Like I was, cutting down trees, helping to build things, and doing cement and mixing cement and all. Like I was doing so much, and I was still feeling as though I was not being it wasn't appreciated. I felt as though I was just being treated I can't even explain it, but it was just a very frustrating thing to do. It's one thing to have to deal with someone on a every once in a while type basis, but to have to deal with someone being mean to you every single day is very frustrating. It's very hard to deal with that, especially when you are in a position to where you are trying to be a part of that family. And I just feel like this is a message for someone. God is saying, be yourself, okay? Be yourself, because for one, if someone doesn't like you, it is nothing that you are going to be able to do to make them like you. Like you changing your hair is not going to make them like you. You doing your nails is not going to make them like you. Lose some weight, they still don't like you. If you decide to be the exact and it's almost like because this lady was like also wanting me to dress like she did, and it was kind of like, that's a little weird. Okay, I'm be real. I was like, it's a little weird, it's a little strange. I don't want to dress like you. I'm me and you're you. And I didn't say that because I'm not disrespectful, and I'm not mean, I'm not rude, But that's just kind of how I felt. Like I was just kind of on some, like, I want to dress like me, and I think that you should carry on dressing like you. I don't feel like, I'm not talking about the way you dress. And um that's just how I felt about it. It's just, it was a little frustrating. And I feel like God is saying that in that kind of situation, you really have to think, okay, do you really want to deal with that for the rest of your life? Are you down to deal with that for the rest of your life? For the rest of your life. And this is a serious thought. This is something that God seriously talked to me about. Will you be able to handle that forever? Okay, because when you marry somebody, it is forever. It is forever. It is forever. And I have always felt strongly about the fact, before I marry someone, I for sure want to have um, a knowing that it's going to be okay. Like, are we going to get along? Am I going to get along with their family? And even though me and my husband, we kind of got married before we even handled all that. But I have known him for so long that I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, I like, but I just feel like for somebody, God is saying you have to ask yourself, are you going to deal with this forever? Because that's going to be forever. Every time Thanksgiving come around, you're going to have to deal with somebody side eye you. Every time Christmas come, you're going to have to deal with somebody cracking jokes. Every time, like, you always going to have to deal with this. This is a forever kind of thing. And I feel like this is for somebody, you have not done anything for this person's family to feel this way about you. You have not, you haven't done anything to them. You haven't done anything to your person. You haven't tried to cause any harm or anything like that. Like, you have been, like, I hear God saying upstanding citizen. Like, somebody, you have been just doing everything that you possibly can to not only impress your person, but also to impress their family. And no matter what, they just don't like you. And as I said, I have been through this in the past, and it was the deal breaker. Okay, like, God is saying that you have to really think about this. Okay, you got to think about this, because love is something. Okay, you can love somebody forever, but it's some things that will put a strain on not only the relationship, the marriage. It'll put a strain on everything, because if somebody is criticizing you, and they're just criticizing, like, back to me, okay, how this woman was criticizing me for liking to wear pink, and liking to wear a lot of bright colors, and liking to have my nails done, and liking to do facials and all other kind of little things that I just do to keep myself sane. Okay, I could not imagine how she would feel towards the way that I raise my children, the way that I take care of my kids, the relationships that that I build with them, how they go to school, because I have always wanted to homeschool, and although my son is not in homeschool, I do want my future children to be homeschooled, and that may raise some eyebrows, that may cause some problems. It's just like, it's so many things that can be criticized as the relationship grows, that you have to really sit back and think. And sometimes you have to decipher between someone giving you constructive criticism and someone bullying you, because constructive criticism is good. It's nothing wrong with somebody helping you out, like helping you out to do certain things and giving you advice on certain things. And it's a completely different thing from somebody literally just every time they see you, they got something mean to say. Every time they see you, they got something nasty to say to you. They got to hurt your feelings. They got to make you feel bad about yourself. That's not fair to you. And another way that I looked at it, if I if I am making them miserable, then maybe I should remove myself, because that will make, like, who wants to live like that forever? Everybody mad, everybody miserable, everybody upset. And y'all know, I say that all the time. I'll remove myself in a minute, in a quick second. I don't have time. I don't have time. And it's not only that I don't have time, me just thinking about myself, but also thinking about everybody else's well being. Because nobody deserves to be feeling as though they're miserable. As a mother to a boy, I would not want to be have to deal with my son being married to somebody that I just hate, okay? And I can't stand her, and me and her just don't get along, and she just like everything she do just rub me the wrong way. That would make me so miserable and so upset. And I'm saying that to say that it's not always just you thinking about yourself. It's also you thinking about everybody else too. I'm even being reminded of the movie Crazy Rich Asians. At the end of the movie, when she got to the point to where she was like, I am not, I think he had offered to leave his family behind and never speak to them again so he could be with her. And she said to his mother, I am not taking your son away from you. I am not going to be the one to tell your son that it's okay for him to leave y'all behind and never speak to y'all again. And I think what she said, she was like, but one day when your son has married the woman that you like, and your son has given you grandchildren, and you're holding your grandchild on your lap, I want you to think back to the moment that I was the one that allowed it to happen because your son said he was going. And you know, it's like I just feel like it's just like it will be a pity to everybody involved. Like, and that's the way that she looks at it. She was like, I am not about to tell this man to leave his family. I'm like love, you know, he could fall in love with somebody else. He could find somebody else, and maybe, hopefully, his mom will like her. But what is the point of going throughout your entire life fighting back and forth? And you know, so many women, there's so many movies about this that of where there are problems like that. And I just feel like God is saying that he really wants you to think about it. Do you really want to deal with that? Like, are you really gonna be okay with that? Because me personally, I don't want that. I want to be happy, and I want my husband to be happy. I want his mom to be happy. I want all, like, everybody involved. I want everybody to be happy and living in peace and happiness, because I'm at a point in my life where I want peace. I don't have time for no drama. I don't want it. I just don't. I love my peace. And I just feel like God is saying, think about it that way. Okay? Even in this is the end of the letter, and this is kind of like saying, think of, like, go with peace, go with love. Okay? And if you're going with love and you're going with peace, that means no matter what you do or how you're doing it, you are going to want peace. You're going to want it to involve love. If you are constantly bickering with someone, you cannot have peace. If you are constantly feeling as though you're being picked on, you can't have peace. If you're constantly feeling as though, like, even from the mom's point of view, you're constantly thinking about your son being with this woman who is just getting on your nerves, you're not gonna have peace. It's like, it will cause stress for everybody in the situation. And I'm gonna lastly say that I'm not on nobody's side, because I understand from all points of view. I understand from a mama point of view. I have a son, and I don't want my son to just marry anybody. And what with that being said, I also am not going to insert myself into his love life. However, I do want my son to have the best wife that he can possibly have, that will be perfect for him. um Once again, I won't be inserting myself into my son's love life. I'm not going to be trying to tell him who he should and should not be with. I may give him hints and say, "Oh, I think she the perfect fit for you. Oh, I think that you and her." But you know, yeah. Okay, and then on top of that, 9 out of 10, my son and his wife, when he does get to that age, because he ain't there yet, but when he gets to his 30s and or 40s, and he meets somebody and he decides that he's ready to get married, you know, I'm not gonna be that, like, they not gonna be, I'm not gonna be around them every single day anyways. So, you know, it's a little different. But I feel like, you know, God is saying that this is a serious matter. This is a matter that you need to think about. This is a matter that you really need to get it together, like, because you do not want to find yourself in a position to where you are just feeling absolutely miserable. You don't want to get to a point to where you and your spouse, your husband or your wife, are in the midst of a huge argument. Y'all are absolutely upset with each other. Y'all a thin line between love and hate at the moment. And then on top of that, you have to deal with their family getting on you and making you feel like you're just the cause of it all, and you're just this bad person, you're this big bad person, everything you do is wrong, and they're just picking on you. On top of that, like, that could be just the recipe for disaster. And once again, this is what I put all of this into account, and I was like, no way, not me, not I said the cat. Okay, and that's the message. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Y'all don't even understand. Like, this message, God gave me this message a while ago, and I was like, I do not want to post that because I don't want nobody to feel like, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is not what I'm going through right now. I have went through it in the past, and it was where I drew the line. But that's the message. Thank you guys for joining me for March Madness. I see you later. Deuces.